Continuing coverage, the newly formed work group tasked with the deciding of fate of the Delbridge Museum held its first of several meetings today. Topics of discussion included the history of the museum, the state and safety of the mounts, as well as the cost of transferring or servicing them. The group consists of members from the zoo, Sioux Falls Parks and Rec, City Council, and local business partners.
Just really happy with the working group that we've been able to put together. I think they represent a great cross-section of our community, really good community-minded individuals that are serving on it. And it's nice to have the City Council, the Park Board, and the zoo all represented in those meetings.
Science class or whatever.
Plans for the next meeting on October 19th include obtaining a third-party assessment of the mounts and research on attendance trends over the last decade. The meetings are open to the public and are held at City Hall.